Okay, there we go. All right, welcome everybody to Coffee, Close Up, and Art in the Morning. I'm Dee Dee, and this is a live show on Ustream.tv with mostly a live wake chat. So I'm really close up. I have the camera is on Trippy the tripod. We're going to finish coloring the page that we did last week here. This is the one we did last week with just, we did add some stickles and it's dry now. So, um, but this is just with a watercolor base. Okay. So we just have it base colored with markers and, or I shouldn't say markers. Let me get one. Hang on. With the Zig Kuretake Clean Color Brush watercolor markers and a water brush. So that's what we got the base done on here with. And now we're going to go in with color pencils and do shading. So I want to finish that as much as we can today. And then I have a couple other projects as well. And yeah, you drew one with you last time. So that's what we have planned for today. I did put some stickles on this, as you can see, some glitter stickles last at the end of the show when we did this one. And of course, it's dry now, so it's not going anywhere. I do recommend, hang on, sip of coffee, guys. I do recommend, putting that on at the very, very end, but I wanted to show y'all how it looked when it was dry the next day. Sorry. All right, so we're going to work on that in a minute. First, I got a little bit of happy mail, though. So I got some happy mail here from Patty B. Patty sent a nice little letter and some little goodies. I haven't gone through them very much yet. I just opened them up. And she sent a nice letter here and said, thanks for sharing your ideas and love of art with so many. Some happy mail, Patty. And that says, thank you for the cards. And her handwriting's really cool. Look at that. So, yeah, she sent a little, it was in an envelope with, I'm not going to show because it has addresses on it. But then it was inside this pretty bag. Look at this, guys. This is really pretty. It's like old time. It reminds me of the wallpaper. And so, yeah, it's very pretty. I like that. That'll have to go in one of my idea notebooks. So there's that. Then she sent some of her art here. So let's see. This is a giant card here. Let's see. I think that's just, she just has that stuck in there to protect it. So she made this card. Look at the envelope. She made this big card, but it's like frameable. It's like a piece of art. Look at this. Can you see? I think so. So yeah. Okay, so this is by, let's see, blank note card, Aaron Babcock White. Aaron Babcock White made this. So yeah, that's beautiful. And then this is one that she made, and it says alcohol ink on UPO paper. Look, I love that. It looks like underwater. Isn't that beautiful? I haven't used the UPO paper, and I think Jean, well, I don't know if Jean has. I think Eileen has. I'm not sure if Jean has used the UPO paper. For some reason, I'm thinking that Jean has done that. I know Eileen has, but look how pretty that looks with the alcohol ink. Yeah, love those colors. So she sent that. And she sent a couple little things here. We're going to open up. It's a little clip. I love this little miniature um, Bubble wrap. So, let's see. Oh, there it is. Little Thanksgiving. That's so cute. See, it's a little clip. You can make a little clip out of anything with these little miniature clothespins. Isn't that cute? You did recently with watercolor on Yupo. Okay, I thought you had, Jean. Oh, sorry, it's looping on you, Penny. Oh, and once with alcohol ink. Okay, Jean. I thought you had. I knew Eileen had. And then look how cute that is. But I mean, you could make a little clip of anything. Then she sent some love notes. It's some kind of fabric thing. I'm not sure what it's to see. These rolled paper notes were traditionally carried by royal messengers to convey important state announcements, marriage alliances. A more personal usage was as love notes between an Indian prince and princesses. This product is made of 100% recycled handmade paper using cotton fabric and remnants from the traditional silk screen printing techniques. Any variations in colors and printing in inherent qualities of this paper. So they're like little scrolls. They're like little scrolls. I want to keep that note there. Look. So let's see. Oh, they have little hang tags on them. Oh, look how cute. You could seal them with a wax seal. Okay, so let's see what happens. We open them here. Let's untie one. Don't want to get a knot. Eileen made you, Jean. Eileen made you. Okay, so let's see here. Be careful not to get a knot. There we go. Okay. Let's see how that worked. It's just, oh, okay. So the two tassels, there's a little tassel on the string, and on the other end is the little note. Very cute. Okay, so let's look at one. Look, it's got a little gold. I think they're supposed to be bells. It looks like there's supposed to be bells there, maybe. Look how cute. Okay, so it's got 2 layers of paper. And they smell good. They smell really good. How cute is that? We need to make us some of these guys. Christmas tree ornaments. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Terry. And if you wanted to, that would be a cute idea if you do, instead of like, if you were going to give money to somebody, obviously you can't roll up a gift card, but you could roll up some cash and put their name on it and hang it on the tree. But I think we need to make some of these. They're just little dowels. We could probably do this, guys. Isn't that cute? Look how pretty. Yeah, but they would be awesome Christmas tree ornaments, Terry. Firefox was giving you problems, Jean. You had to switch to Chrome. Make sure your Chrome is up to date, Jean said. So hang on, guys. I got a flashed out here. Let's get something back here. See if that'll help. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. And it feels like kind of fabricy. It's paper, but you can tell it has a fabricy kind of texture to it. So pretty. Purdy. What a good idea. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. I don't think Patty is here. Gems on the end of the dowels. Yeah. I don't know, they look like they're maybe supposed to be little bells. Bells would be cute. But you could put anything. You could hang anything. You could even do a wax seal. wax seal with it. Put gems on the ends of the dowels. Yeah. So anyway, that's so cute with the little hang tag. You can see kind of see the colors. I won't take them. I won't open them all. I just want to. But I love the little tassels. This would be some. You could use a lot of different things. A lot of different things. It could be things with tassels. It could just be a sari silk ribbon tied around it, right? So cute. So thank you. Thanks so much, Patty B. Oh, good, Scooby. You're not looping. You're not loopy. uh, so anyway, let's see who makes these. And it says World Market. She got it at World Market, I think. Well, that's where they make their. It's made at World Market. Okay, so let me move this out to the side. Hang on, guys. And we'll have to make some of those. They would be pretty. They would be cool to make with Christmas, like a couple layers of Christmas wrapping paper, like so it's thicker than like wrapping paper, right? But you can make them with wrapping paper. Okay, so we might be doing that. Then I got, oh, here it is. I got a postcard, a handmade postcard from Iffy. Iffy made a postcard and it came through. It's got a little smudge, a little dirt on it because she wanted to test to see if her postcards would come through. Let me just cover up my address. If their postcards would come through just as is. And it did. It just got a little dirty. But it's, let's see what's the size on this. Let's see here. It was 8.5 by, can't see the 5.5. 8.5 by 5.5. And see, it got a little smeared, but it made it through, and it says, "Kids are funny. I was volunteering in a local elementary school, and I was in the middle of helping one child when I felt someone touching my hair. I turned around and asked the little boy what he was doing. He replied, 'My mom says that mommies and grandmas have eyes in the back of their heads. I'm just looking for yours.'" So thank you, Iffy. Flow paper too. That's true, Terry. Flow paper. I was just thinking Christmas, Christmas time. Thank you, Iffy, for the postcard. So it did make it through the mail. Will you so to make a list is Muse go, "Stop it, my list is getting too long." And then I wanted to show, as long as my camera doesn't flash it out too badly. So this is what I posted on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Here's all of our mascots. This is the studio mascots, all the mascots. And so I did a little picture of them. So got that. Then I'll show you when we went to the Christmas tree farm. I did pick a few pictures. Let me just pick a couple out. This was my favorite. This is Hubster and I. We took them all to the tree farm with us. We took them to the tree farm with us, and we had so much fun. The kids did too, I think. They were a little, they get a, well, they don't really get embarrassed, to tell you the truth, anymore, because here they are in the tree. And then let's see. Here they are helping Cam. They're helping Cam cut down the tree. They're all laying all over him. Well, yeah, not all of them made it to the tree farm. I only had time to, this took me about 30 minutes to tie them all together. And everybody's going, "Come on, come on." I said, "Okay, okay." So I got as many as I could grab. Here's Cam carrying the tree on the cart, and they're all on the cart. I didn't really pay attention, Jean, to how many. I didn't pay attention to how many were looking at us. And then there's Denise, Cam, and Boo right there. That's my daughter Denise, my grandson Cam, and granddaughter, hang on, granddaughter Boo right there at the tree farm. Oh, sorry guys, bumping into Trippy the tripod here. Okay, so let's see. And then I got this picture of me and Cam. I love this picture of Cam. So there's me and Cam right there. Look how much taller he is. Y'all remember like 6 years ago, the first time I had him on my stream? And he's 17 now. So he would have been, 11 the first time he was on my stream. Well, hang on, guys. I'm trying to. So, yeah. Trying to there we go, get the light out of there. So, anyway, we had a good Thanksgiving holiday. Got the tree put up and some decorations. My mailbox decorated and the mantle and some around some of the arches in my house. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm looking real quick, guys. So, yeah. I know he got tall, didn't he? I know. Okay, Cara, reboot. Okay, so anyway, there's the pictures. So I think what we'll do now is, let me move my phone off here so we'll color the rest of that page. Okay, so here's the page I want to finish. Juju. So yeah, I want to finish this. Let's see if I can. Let me try to get my iPad in there. No, that's not going to make it better. Trying to get, where's my Sherry card? Let's see if that'll pull the light back. Okay, hang on, guys. I got to move this. Trying to get there we go. So I want to finish this one with color pencils. So we have it all base coated, like I said earlier, with the Zig Kuretake Clean Color Real Brush Markers. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Janet. Janet, what's your favorite color? I already know Sherry's is pink. What's your favorite color, Janet? I have a list here. I got another project we're going to try to do today. But I need to know. I need your favorite color, Janet. So let's get some pencils going here. I think I'm going to start with some of the blue. Get that done. So, and some white. Here's a white. Let's just get some blue and white. My pencil sharpeners. Hey, Melody. So, yeah, I'm going to try to, let's see, we can get as close as we can here. Navy blue. Okay. Alrighty. Now I just need Vicky's and Carrie's, because I know Sherry's is pink. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do, let's get a nice teal color here or two. A couple of teals. And so what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of, sorry, face plant. I'm on Trippy the tripod, guys. I want to get right up on it, but not quite that close. Hey, Lindsay. So let's see if I can do this without knocking y'all into the face plant more than once. Hey, CB. All right, wait. I got to sharpen. All right, let's fix a little Trippy here. I try to get as close as I can for you guys when I'm coloring and shading. Sometimes. Oh, gee. I wish I could fix it, Scooby. I'm sorry. I can't. I know some girls say there's looping going on. It's a Ustream thing, guys. I have no control over it. Sorry. Streamers can't fix things. We can't do anything about it. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start and just add a little bit more shading here. I'm just going to kind of blend this out. I'm going to try to stay right up on it so you can see. And just kind of add a little bit more blending. I know, right, Julie Topaz? Because we can all relate. We all have the Ustream issues at one time or another. Trust me, over 6 years, we've all had the issues. All right, so I'm not doing too much, just a little bit, like where it just needs a little bit of filler or blending. I don't know. Maybe I should have just zoomed in. I don't know. Can y'all tell? Can y'all see better this way? I'm not sure. I try to make it so you can see everything. Oh, good, Diana. Diana got the Abandoned Places book. Yeah, I went back to see if they had any more, because when I bought mine, was it a month ago or whatever? They had about 10. First, I didn't have any, and then they had about 10 in, and then when I went back and looked like a couple weeks ago or whenever it was, they are gone. They didn't have any. They were all gone. All right, so now I'm going to take the lighter teal and just kind of blend some of that in. And then I'll just get it, add white right up to the edge there. And I'm not having to, the thing about having the watercolor base is, see, I'm not having to fill the whole thing with pencil shading. It's got most of it done for me with the, your Barnes & Noble had some, Terry. It's doing it for, most of the work for you, and you just kind of go in and fill in some shading. And then I'll add some white. Can y'all tell how it's, I hope? So thanks everybody for being here on Monday morning. I can't believe November's already almost over. And now we're counting down to Christmas. Hey, Dragonfly. So can y'all see okay? What do y'all think? Can y'all see all right? I just try to do different camera things so that y'all have the best view and just very lightly blend all the way around. Thanks, Suzanne. So now I just have to add some white. I'll do that last. Just a couple more little, so you can just kind of really see any place you just need to blend a little bit more. Because I want it darker around the edge and then lighter as it gets to around her throne like that. All right, so let's come over here. I'm going to do the same thing with the darker teal. Oh, good. Okay, thanks, Kingor. always ask y'all what color books you're working on or what project you're working on. Everybody's working on a color book, but we all seem to have one going on at some time. Whether we're like really working it completely and like nothing else, or just working on it, occasionally. That's usually what I do, is I work on them off and on. And just real softly blending out. Got to do it soft if you want to blend. Once it gets a waxy buildup, it's hard to, well, it's almost impossible to blend. Hey, Eileen. Eileen, your favorite color is green, right? Me and Jean thought so. Jean and I thought so. Oh, Dorothy, Pepper Kitty Cat. Anybody else I missed? Oh, you're working on the mech butterfly. That's right, Bee Ghost. I've only just started that one. Just did like a couple of gears. That's about as far as I've got on the mech moth. Well, I guess maybe it's a butterfly. For some reason, I think I saw yours a few days ago. Did you post it a few days ago? So just kind of blend a little darker right in the corners here. Okay, now let's go with the light. Julie Topaz. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of mandalas. However you say it, mandalas. Yeah. Julie Topaz has done tons of those. They're all awesome too. So I'm just kind of now feathering and blending all the lighter teal color. And these colors are, let's see here. This is aquamarine, and this one, I think it's light aqua. Yeah, light aqua. Not done. Okay. All right. Okay, Ghost, not done. All right, so I'm just kind of making it nice and smooth. I did get a question from someone on YouTube saying, how do you get it to look so smooth? And it's just lots of light layers. You just have to have a light touch and layer and layer and layer. Now, granted, oh, sorry guys, granted, I don't do as much layering and blending on a color book for the most part. I mean, I have a few, as I do like a portrait, a commission. But you can spend as much time as you want, and you just have to do soft layers. Lots of soft layers. And you go back and forth from light to dark, dark to light. Say like that. A little bit more up here, blending. And it just, you just got to take your time. And you don't have to rush, even though sometimes we rush here. You're determined to finish that book, Julie Topaz. Yeah, I'd love to finish my Imagimorphia eventually. Well, you just don't bear down. You just got to do very light. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here with the white and start kind of, because I want it real light, kind of right around her throne here. I'm not pushing down hard. You can get, 20 layers if you don't bear down. As long as you just keep going softly, you can keep adding more and more layers. Sorry, guys. Let me get a sip of coffee. There we go. See, you can see a little bit of the transitions not smooth between right there and there. So you can just go back in there and add a little bit more. And just go back and forth between the colors until you get it softly blended. Will you be working on? Oh yes, I'll be working on Imagimorphy a lot, Kim, and welcome by the way to the new Kim. Welcome. Oh yeah, I just don't work in it constantly because we have so many color books and so little time. Uh, uh, are you on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, Kim? If you are, we'd like to see your work. We all like to share. I'm Inkwell pretty much everywhere. On Ustream here, I'm Inkwell, but everywhere else, I'm Inkywell. Or just Dee Dee Willingham. You can find me anywhere. Okay, so kind of see that right there, how it's kind of blended in. Now, there are some little hashtag things in there, like little, it's like they maybe you thinking it could be glass back there, so you could add some more little reflections, or you could even add paint on top. Let's go ahead and do that in a minute. Instead of darker, let's do some little light, like that could be glass behind there. And these are like maybe the reflections on the glass. All right, so let's just keep blending a little bit. Most of, it got a good, the Zig Kuretake marker watercolor, I hate to call them markers. I guess you should call them pens. I don't know. Because they're real brush watercolor. It's a real brush. It's not a marker tip. It's like a brush tip. That's why they call it real brush. Yeah, I've been working a little bit in the Colin Thompson's book as well, Scooby. I go back and forth. Every now and then, we'll do a completed project like we did the Oh Dear, Bennett Klein's Oh Dear, and that took us I think it was 9 episodes to complete. So, you can take a lot of time to do it. The girls are talking about Cyber Monday. All right. The enablers are abounding today. The enablers are out. Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of lighten up right up next to the throne here because I want it kind of bright, as you can see. All right, so let's back away and see if you can see how it could be even a little darker. It could be even a little darker along the edges. Just got to take it slow. I have yet to use your clean color set of 80. Oh my gosh, Melody. Melody, break those babies out. Now I gotta say, I would not use them. They're expensive. They are expensive. I would not use them. And Eileen gifted me mine. I think there's 36 in the set Eileen sent me. I would not use them on every single color book page. But if you want to do a special color book page, or if you wanted to do something like this and frame it, or something like that, I do like to show how to use everything that I have. But would I color every single color book page with them? No. They're too expensive to do every single color book page. But I would, it's nice to do some special ones, you know, like this book right here. Let me show you the cover again. It's this one right here. Let me get the light to unflash. Hang on, guys. There we go. Um, Epic Journeys, and it's four fantasy artists that have put together four little stories. And I think each story has 5 or 6 pages to it. And it has just a little bit of a story on the other opposite side to go with that page. And so there's, 5 or 6 pages. That would be awesome. It would be awesome to have it for each, have 4, 5, or 6 of them framed to tell a little story. So that would be something that you would want to do your the markers, the zig markers with. looking, looking like to show everything we need. Yes, Eileen. Yes, Eileen is the enabler elf. ETEE. If you ever hear me talking to ETEE, it's Eileen, the enabler elf. Uh, okay, so what I was thinking is some of those little marks that they have on the page. Let's go with let's see. Let me find my Posca. Posca. So I'm just going to try to use the Posca here. I am, Jean. I think I am going to get me some more Poscas. Jean has she has two. I think she has the broad tip and even a thinner tip than this one. These are the only ones that I've ever tried. Is the white ones, and they're the 0.7 millimeter size. Now it is a little it pushed in because I dot it so much it's kind of pushed the tip in, but it still works fine. But I had the tip is usually not quite that far indented. Uh, um, so anyway, they write great over just about everything because what it is acrylic paint and a pen. Okay, so let's see if this one's working. I've kind of run. I need to order some more because this one's. I think even this one's starting to run out. I need to order some more. Have the medium and the fine point tips. Yeah, and I gotta get my league name legally changed to ET. Oh my gosh, Eileen. Oh my gosh. Yes, they are cool. I really like the white ones. So I'm thinking about getting a set of the color ones, like, because Jean uses them and they write over everything. So yeah, I might be enabled today to get some of those. And I get these at Jet Pens. I know you can get them on Amazon and different places, but it's just the Posca. So, all right. So what I want to do here though is I want to add some I'm going to try to go over the black lines and add some almost like it's a reflection a little bit. I'm just kind of going over the lines that are there. Some are crosshatched, some are just some lines. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be that's where the glass is reflecting. So I'm just following the lines that are there. You can do whatever. Just a couple up here. Something like that. There's a little bit up here. I guess this is supposed to all be glass, like stained glass or something behind her. All right, let's go over here. Your Posculus. I only have these white ones. I ordered, I think, a bunch of about 5 of them. I gave a few of them away. I have a couple left, and I need to get some more Posculus. Julie. And then let's see what's going in here. There's just a few little like hashtags or cross hatching. So I'm just going to put a few just like right around the edges there. And And a couple in this corner. Okay, so all right. Hey Anita, anybody else popping in? Thanks for stopping in. All right, now I want to. She has. Wanted her to have blue gray hair, and the wolf, and the owl, and the raven to all kind of look a blue gray. There's also a little rabbit there. I think I made him kind of a brown color though, and the squirrel down here kind of a brown color. So, and I still haven't decided what color I want the mortar. I almost like it white. I don't know. Because it really stands out. I like that. Just like the jar here, we just color the background black. So let's see. Let's maybe do her hair and the wolf and the smoke. See, I have it all kind of tying together with those same colors. And I used a blue gray. So let me set this down. Let's look for a couple of blue grays here. Get a couple grays. It's a brown. I don't want that. Well, I might want that for the squirrel. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's go with these. So this is, I don't know what color. See, some people ask me, well, what colors are you using? Well, I can't tell you all the time because a lot of times they've been sharpened off. But it's a darker gray. Then this one is a blue. Let's see, what is this called? What color blue is that? Cloud blue. And then this one is, I think, slate. Yeah, blue slate. Okay, so let me go ahead and sharpen these real quick. What other watercolors would you use? Oh, you can use any watercolors, Jennifer. Any watercolors. I've used every kind. I've used all even the cheap kid sets. And I have my koi set. I don't have any of the real expensive ones like Daniel Smith or anything like that. I don't have any of the expensive ones. Leave the mortar white. Yeah, I think so too. Or maybe just a little bit of a light gray in there. I don't really have a favorite. I don't have a favorite. I guess, I just if I have an official set, it would be my koi set. Let me see where it is. Hang on, guys. I don't want to knock y'all. I don't want to face plant y'all again. But I also like my Neo Color 2, the Neo Color 2 water soluble crayons. But this is just my little koi set here. This one. That's it. I don't have any fancy smancy ones like Daniel Smith, or I'm trying to think of some of the Schmink. Was it? I don't have any of those, so I can't recommend those. I'm really not a watercolorist per se. I mean, I've done watercoloring over the years, but it's just not my favorite. Although I do love my Neocolor 2 crayons. So, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you like. If you like crayons or if you like paintbrush. I mean, paints. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to start with the dark gray. And I'm just going to start shading some. I want to keep a lot of it light. I want it to be blue-gray. I don't want her just to have gray hair. I want it to be blue-gray. So, just going in there and picking out some of the darkest areas. Like right under her chin here. I don't want to move. Let me see if I can get Trippy to stand still. I don't want him to be moving. There we go. But some of the other girls might have used the more expensive ones. You could ask them. Hi, Mad Rat. Anybody else popping in? Thanks for stopping in. A lot of times there's hey CB. A lot of times I say good morning. And I think y'all have an ad right when you first come in, so you don't hear me say good morning to you. But thanks everybody for being here. Oh, good, Melody. Just picking out a few shadows in her hair. And do the same thing on the. I want to have probably him have more blue than anything, because I know he would be black, but he would have shine to him, and the shine would probably be blue. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of dark gray. Same thing for the owl. So I'm just going to, and I'm not like finishing just her hair. I'm going to all the places that have the gray, all the same grays that I'm using. I'm using the same ones on all the gray things. So if everybody had a good Thanksgiving, I did with the kids, and like I showed you all the pictures, the tree farm, and putting up the tree, and went to the lake with all the family to for Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day, we went to the lake, so that was nice. I didn't really post any pictures from down there, just kind of chillaxed. It's just a little bit of gray there, a little bit of gray there in her hair. Now let's go over here to the wolf. Same thing. I have to color under the camera. The camera's like 2 inches from the book, literally. Like the camera's like right there. But I thought this would be the best way for y'all to see when it's on Trippy the tripod, so you can see right up close. No, that's why we live in the South Orland, not in Canada. Trust me, we lived in Alaska 3 years. I know what you're talking about. So I'm just going to add some little fur bits, like you can add extra ones if you want. And if you don't know where to shade, use the little shaded bits that are provided for you on the color book. It's great practice. Color books are great practice for shading, blending, color selection, color combinations. They're awesome for all that. Okay, sorry, CB. I know it seems like it just goes around the countries where different people have problems with Ustream. I mean, the only other option, I know a lot of people, we all complain about it. The only other option is to go somewhere besides Ustream. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only other option. Get his little tail over here. And he's just going to be a gray wolf. Just getting all the little shadows with his fur. I mean, we can look into other platforms if that y'all think that's what you want to do. We've been on Ustream 6 years. But, because there's nothing streamers can do about fixing the problems. I mean, the only thing we can do is go on somewhere else. Okay, so I think I want him to have some lime green eyes. Now, those eyes are like the dot of a pinpoint. So I'm thinking maybe let's fix Trippy up here a second. Maybe a gel pen, a glitter gel pen, or yeah, because that's only the smallest thing that can get in there. Let's see. I think this is a glitter, maybe not. Let's see. I'm not sure. This is probably not glitter, but it might be a good color. Let's see if I can get in there with those. Just need a touch. You won't probably be able to see it. But he's got some green eyes now, and it is a little glittery. Let's see if I can. I think I'll do, yeah, let's just do him with green eyes. All right, now let's go in with some blue. 6 years of, let's see. I know, thanks, Julie. Yeah, it's been 6 years on Ustream. Now I'm just going to add a little bit. I'm going to just kind of go over all the dark gray, all the places where there's dark gray. I'm just going to kind of go over it with the blue and maybe just carry that blue gray, slate, it's slate gray, I think it's called, blue slate, and just add a little touch of that. So he has kind of a blue tinge to him. Sherry said maybe Ustream is shopping. uh, so I don't know how well it's going to show up, but I think you can see a little bit of blue tint to him. Do the same thing up here on the owl. Just going to add a little bit of blue. It's real subtle, guys. It's real subtle. And I'm not bearing down, just very subtle. And I think I'll have his, well, let's do a brown, kind of a brown. Let's see. Okay. All right, let me sharpen a brown here. And do his little feet. See, I wanted to finish this one up. Then I got 2 other projects. We'll see. I haven't heard, is Janet's here. Janet, what are you going to do today? Janet streams at 1, as long as, sometimes she has company. She had company last week. And now I'm going to go back with the light gray. Sharpen again. I don't know if Janet's got a project ready or decided. So I'm just going to go in there and kind of, And if you come across something that you really want to accent, you can use a pen. Where's my Sharpie pen? Where'd it go? I have a Sharpie pen or some kind of pen here. You can use your fine liner pens. This one's too, let's see here. Like I got these. I'd never tried these or heard of them before, and the only reason I got them was because they're waterproof. They're by Pacific Arc. I got it at Hobby Lobby in the architecture department, where all the rulers and slide rules and things like that are, and templates for architecture. This set of pens was over there, and it had four sizes. I mean, it came with four pens, a .05, a get them in order here. There we go. A .05, a .1, a .2, and a .3. You're going to review some Wish app products. Oh, and make that folding book. Okay, yay, Janet. Make sure if links, well, y'all can open links. Post a link to your channel, Janet. Okay, so what you can do is you can take your fine liners, and if you want to, like, let's just say, go around the little claws, or, accent some tiny, tiny little things, like maybe these feathers you want to accent, or anything under his chin there, because it's very, very, very tiny. Or if you have fine liner colors, you could do the same thing. Staedtler, however you want to say it, has fine liners in colors. Something like this, see? I'm going to add some more blue, light blue to his face, but I'm just trying to show you how you can get in there with these tiny pens and highlight or shadow, or anything, just wherever you want to. Make sure something is clarified. And I'm also going to put some highlights on him, like, some white snowy fur, like fluff. Okay, so the same thing, like you want to do tiny little eyes like that. See, did you see how that popped out? Or where I did the green in his eyes, if you just want to get that pupil back, just one little touch, and you got his little pupil back. So these pens like this, whether they're black or color, are good for getting in little tiny areas like her pupils. I haven't even put any color in her eyes. Oh, I think I did put some green in last week. So, for the little raven. Same thing down here for the little squirrel. So can you kind of see how it popped? Or any areas where you want more like real sharp definition. I don't even know if that's going to show up. I can see it, but I don't know if it's showing up for you guys. Like I imagine that the inside of this woven tree throne, I imagine that in between that was dragon scales. That's why I put the stickles on it to make it glittery. But if you want, more definition in the shadows, just go in there with your pens and darken it up. Can you see the difference right there? Maybe a little. Just so you can kind of get the idea of things like that. Okay, thanks, Terry. So that, okay. And then over here, there's a little filigree design. Now we could do that with a gel pen too, a color gel pen, but I'm going to do it in black just so y'all can see how you can use your fine liners as well as your gel pens or whatever. It's just that it's tiny. That's the thing. It's not that it's any special pen. It's just that it's tiny. And you can get in there with those little bitty details. that you can barely even get in there with a pencil, even as sharp as you can get it. It's still tough to get in some of those little bitty areas. Okay. Some queens have pet. Oh, some queens have pet dragons to guard the castle. This one skinned hers. Well, she inherited this throne. She inherited this throne. Let me show you this particular story here. Hang on. Okay, so this story was written by Larry Elmore. Has a little bio on him. And most of these guys have worked, like he's worked for Lucasfilms, game designers. They all seem to have worked for Dungeons and Dragons or some form of game. So it starts out with Ivana the Enchantress. Ivana lived her life as a caretaker in Hearthwood Deep, a great ancient forest. One beautiful sunny day, the keeper, the mysterious ruler of all caretakers, summoned her to his home. So Ivana set off on her journey to the very center of Hearthwood Deep. And so here she is, and going toward heading toward the castle, if you will. And then see, she has like all her animals, right? So here she is at the keeper's house. And then again, there's another little bit of the story here. So there's the second page. Then here she is. The keeper told her he waited her to take his place. Ivana the Enchantress, you will be ruler of all the caretakers. And that she had to have 3 magical dreams that would teach her about the different areas of her rule. So the first dream was about all the creatures that flew. So there's a little paragraph on each one. And then this is all the water creatures, and she was a mermaid when she was with the water creatures. And then the third dream was at the night creatures. So all the creatures that came out at night. I'm not reading the story. I mean, I would love to. I don't know. I don't know. Some people get their nose out of whack about reading. I don't know. I don't know how much you can read, legally without somebody saying something. And then here is, then it was time for her to become the keeper, to leave home and become Ivana's. The house began to change. The house began to change, even the throne, to reflect Ivana's spirit. It now had a warm and comfortable feel. An old wolf, raven, and owl joined her. Ivana sat on her throne thinking about the many challenges that lay ahead. And so it doesn't really describe the throne or anything. And then that's the last page of that. So there's like 5, 6 pages to each little story. And there's 4 different artists. I showed this book I flipped through it last week. So yeah. So again, if you want to see the cover, here it is here. It's called Epic Journeys. And it's 4 different artists, 4 different fantasy artists. This is what it looks like. I got mine at Books A Million. And yeah, this is the only one I've worked in so far. Okay, so now let's go back to the dark gray because I want to work on some of the smoke. The smoke is the same color as the wolf, her hair, the owl. So I'm using the same colors in the smoke. Dee Dee, when you could you kindly show how to make something look see-through? Um, Usually I just leave it pretty much. If you want it see through, it depends on what's behind it. It's going to depend on what's behind it. Whoops, sorry guys, I bumped into it. If you're looking through like glass, this we did this glass blue, but I'm imagining this as stained glass. I'm not imagining this as just pure glass. I thought that of this as like a blue glass, or it could be that that's the color of the sky. That's the color of the sky behind the glass. So it just depends on, if you're talking about glass. I mean, you said a veil. I mean, I imagine a veil that has texture to it. So I would probably do little lines to like indicate a veil. Hey, Artsy Marilyn. What I would recommend, guys, is if it's like anything else. If you want to see what something looks like, just Google image. Just go on Google Images and put um, see-through veil, and you'll get pictures that'll see what it looks like. You know, and you can just see how to do it. And again, it's going to depend on if you use watercolor, neocolors, pencils, pens, markers. There's just so many variables. You just really, all I could really say is practice. Go find you a picture of what you want to do and look at it and imagine how. I'm just going around the smoke here. And, and imagine well, depending on your medium. I don't know. I know that's probably not helpful, but that's what I do. If I want to know what something looks like, I go find a picture of it. I go find a reference picture and find out what it looks like. Okay, so here's a little bit more. That's how I do it. Sorry, I don't know. Probably not helpful. But again, I tell y'all, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a teacher, guys. I mean, I'm not saying you can't learn anything here, but I'm not a teacher. Okay, so there we go. All right, it's a little flashed out. There we go. Trying to get it. Let's see if I can adjust it just a tad. Don't know how much that helps, but okay. So now let's go ahead and go with some, I guess maybe the Posca would be good to make fluffy and white. Okay, let's start with the owl. Now, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. I just kind of research things. I just go online and look things up. All right, so now I'm going to do like individual, almost like little individual little feathers here and there. Can y'all see that? And you don't have to use a Posca, use a gel pen. Um, Jelly Roll gel pen. It's just a tiny bit littler, so that may even be better actually. So I'm just going to go down these little feathers here. Maybe a little highlight on each little claw. Very tiny. I mean, you can't get much detail in there like this, but I think y'all can see a little bit. Okay, Cara, thanks. Thanks for stopping in. Let's put a little highlight in his eyes. Okay, now, same for her hair. Oh, wait, I want a little bit more blue in her hair. Let's go with a little bit more blue. I think I'll go with the lighter blue. Let's go with the lighter blue. I want her hair to look not so gray, but more blue. I don't know if that might not be. I might have to go with this darker blue because to make it look blue. There we go. Yeah. So I'm going to just put a nice little coating of blue in places here. Give her a gray blue hair. Hey, Vicky. Hope you had a good birthday. Good to see you. Vicky, what's your favorite color? Got a cramp in my hand from holding on to Trippy. My gosh. What's your favorite color, Vicky? I'm going to go ahead and do the blue on the raven, too. Okay, now let's go. I think I did all the smoke. Did I do this? Did I add some blue to the smoke? I'm not sure. I'm going to go make sure I have enough blue in the smoke. Because I want this all to be the same, tied all together, like. That's a question that got me in trouble with salmon. Oh. I know you like purple, but I didn't know if it was like your favorite color. Or then tell me one of your favorite colors. Just tell me one of your favorite colors. Yeah, I thought it was purple because when we did the All About You, you had purple. That's what I thought. Okay, so let me write that down. I'll tell you why in a minute. Oh, let me put the, well, I'm going to use that in a second. So the only person now in the mods that I need color from is Carrie. I don't remember what Carrie's favorite color is, and she's not here. So I'll have to get Carrie's. Okay, oh, back to the blue down here. And let's see. We'll go ahead and put the little blue on the rabbit, and we'll make him add some white fur. All right, did I get all the smoke? Just a little bit down here. All right, now let's go back to the white. Let's do the rabbit here. Trying to make it look a little furry, but there's not much space. A couple of little dots of white is all we have room for. Hey, DRD. Hey, Carla. Whoever else is popping in. Okay, and then these right here, too. I think these are supposed to be feathers right here coming off, and maybe a little fur off of her staff. So I'm going to put a little bit of blue background on that, and then we'll go over it with white as well. And the same thing for the little crystal bit. That really, the amethyst crystal on the end of her staff should probably have stickles in it to make it really sparkly. So I'm just going to go over these feathers here a little bit. Okay. All right, let's go down here into the wolf and add some furry highlights with the Posca. Again, you can use a gel pen. I'm just kind of doing some little fur marks. And again, I don't know how well you can see, but hopefully you can see something. So you go on top of the dark, it leaves the shadow. So you have to have the dark first before you put the highlights. So I'm just going to put a couple little dashes. See, can you see the little lights there for? Maybe I'll put a couple more around his eye. A couple long. It's not a lot of space to put stuff, guys. Very tiny. I'm just going to kind of tap in a few highlights here and there. Oh, good, Vicki. I'm literally 2 inches from I got Trippy the tripod, so my camera is literally 2 inches from the color book. I mean, I can zoom in, but it's not as clear as when you're right up on it. So. I need to put pressure on the page. Really, I should tear it out because see how it puffs. You know, it's not like a flat surface that I'm working on. Can you see that? The pictures of all the help. Yeah. Oh, I know. Weren't they cute? Did you see us at the tree farm, Vicki? Did you see us at the tree farm with walking them? Hey, Carol Renee. Yes, all holding hands. Yes, I know. I got Hubster to even wear the sock monkey cap, but he said, no, you're not getting a picture of my face with that on there. So it's just from the back. Here, I'll show you in case y'all missed it. Here, let me set this down. Where's my phone? All right, hang on. I don't want to face plant y'all again. That was fun. Let's see. Oh, where is it? So Hubster and I are wearing this sock monkey hat caps at the tree farm. And then this was the picture that I posted of all the. This is the one I posted on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter of the whole, all the group, all the mascots, sock monkeys, Vern, the elves right there. So yeah. Yeah. All right, let's see. So you can see I'm trying to add a little bit of fur marks here, but I don't want it to look like too many just like lines. I want it to kind of blend into fur. So you're going to kind of take your time with that. Or kind of, feather up the end so that's not so harsh. We're working in a tiny, tiny little bit here. And when you're not right up on it, see, I mean, this is little. I mean, it's probably about 2 inches right there. All right, let's do some in her hair. Make my pen's kind of almost out. Give her shine. And follow a few strands to give her some highlights. And really, this bit that I'm doing here over her clothes, you probably should want to do that after the clothes are done. But because then you have to color around the clothes. I think I'll add just a few extra little strands that I want them to go the way I want them to go. Give it a little bit more oomph. Thanks, guys. It's because the dark is underneath that you put the light on top of. Makes the light stand out, see? I want her to have a nice glow around her. So let's do right along her face, right there. Come down here. See, again, I'd probably have some hairs kind of flipping around over her body. But you really should wait till you color the clothes before you do that. So, and you can still go back in there with a darker color grays and get in there and kind of still feather it in. Don't want to lose her little chin there. Got too much on her chin. Where's my little miniature? Where's my little miniature eraser? Where's my Janet eraser? Let's get on her little chin right there. Have to go over it with a lighter color, I think. And if y'all want to know, this is Janet sent me this. It's the Mono Zero Tombow eraser, and it's just like a a clickable pencil with the tiny eraser in there. Okay, now let's see. Well, let's go on to, because I only want to spend about 30 more minutes on this. We're obviously not finishing. We're obviously not finishing. Okay, let's go in with some dark brown. Is this my dark brown? I gotta sharpen it. Where's my dark brown? Ah, here we go. No, that's not even my dark brown. Hang on, let me get my dark brown. Okay, so now what I want to do is start shading in some of the behind the little woven bits here. Hello, Callie Mayo. So I'm going to get in here and start shading like a little bit of shadow behind the, to make it, can you see the difference right there? Give it a little shadow behind the woven bits. I need to sharpen. Hang on, guys. I mean, we can continue this in another, more, make it multi-parts. So can you see how that gives it depth right there? And you could do this with gel pens or whatever if you want, can't get it. Some areas are really tiny and you almost have to have a gel pen or a fine liner. But if you get your pencil, see it's pretty sharp. You can get in there. Let's get some shadows and then go back in there with the sienna color and blend it out. If you have any questions or anything, just put them in caps. But it's kind of self-explanatory. Just adding a little bit darker areas and, keep it wood looking because this is like a vine. And squirrels right there. I want that to be like a gold braiding, like around the edge of the throne right there, a gold braid. So I'll probably put that in stickles. And then a little bit of green. Let's see here. It's got a few little leaves here. So let me just darken those up a little, or brighten them up a little, because they're really hard to see that they're green leaves in there. There's just a few. Like her throne is starting to bloom or bud. Let's see, I think there's a couple more that were over here. Okay, let's go back with the dark brown on this side now. And again, you could get in here with a brown fine liner or gel pen. If you didn't think your pencil was sharp enough, or not sharp enough, but small enough to get into some of those tiny, tiny little areas. Okay, right down here. Yeah, it's got a cute little squirrel. Yeah, we'll get to him in a minute, I hope. I still haven't done her skin or her dress. We haven't done a lot of things on here. We'll have to probably do another part. You know, we'll have to do another part. There's a little bit of vines over here. Okay, I don't want to get into all this wood grain right now. I'm just trying to keep it right around our throne. Okay, so here's a little bit more of that gold braiding. Let me just put a gold pin in there for now. I really want this gold braiding to be stickles, but I'll just go ahead and put a little bit of gold gel pen just so I remember to put some there. And same for right here. Just a little bit of gold is going to be in there with the stickles. So I'll just do that for now. All right, so let's get a couple skin colors here. Pink. Okay, so let's see what colors we got here. I got a beige rose, a rose, a blush pink, peach, and then this is henna. So I'm not probably, you don't really need this many colors for this tiny little face, but you're welcome, Grammy. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so I'm going to go with the henna first and get some shadows. Let's get a little tiny bit in our ear here. Just again, guys, there's not much real estate to color with. Do a little on her lips, a little on her cheek. Very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. A bit on her chest. Her hands. Now I'm going to go the light peach, and I don't even think I'm going to need anything else because I'll just blend those together. And that's enough. Doesn't take much. So very small. But remember, you're picking up brown, the dark seed on the tip. You want to clean the tip off before you go smearing up her face with a darker color. I'm just coming over here and cleaning it off. A little ear. Oops. I pulled some of that dark color under her chin. Let's go back under there. Oh, no, dark gray. Where's the dark gray? Dark gray, dark gray. Where'd it go? Where's the dark gray? Oh. There we go. All right, now let's go in here with the. I didn't cap my Posca, should I? Highlight on her lip. Smeared her chin. Let's fix that. Let's see if I can get a highlight. I don't know, I might probably need the gel pen to get that highlight. Let's try that. Okay, let's put a little highlight on her ear. Okay. Very tiny. I know, that's amazing what that little tiny speck will do. I know, right? Okay, now, I think I'm going to add a little bit of gray, blue, or blue-gray. I want this to be like a lace. I almost want this to be like a lace and not just this flat white. So I'm going to go in here with the blue to shadow it. Same thing for here. I'm going to shadow the white part of this dress. And then I'm going to go over it. Let's try the gel pen. Better cap my Posca. Let's try the gel pen. And what I want to do is try to make it look like lace. So I'm going to do a little cross hatching if it'll work here. Might have to use the Posca. I don't know if the gel pen's going to be strong enough to go over the pencil, but my Posca's almost run out. I got to order me some more Poscas. What I want to do is kind of do a little cross hatch to indicate lace. Doesn't have to be fully maybe you can see it a little bit. Maybe if I kind of drag down the, like almost like some little threads hanging off the, kind of want to indicate that it's lace and not just a flat white fabric. Maybe if I pulled a few little strands up into the purple, the eye will think it's lace. Know what I mean, Vern? All right, now let me get back in there with the dark purple in the dark, or the darker area. Hang on, let's see here. purple. Sharpen. Thanks, Vicki. All right, so now I want to get in here. It's very tiny. And this is violet, just violet. Okay, so now I'm going to take the violet and I'm going to start doing some more little shadows in her dress. Now remember, all this is just done with water and the brush tip marker. I hate to call them markers. The Zig Clean Color Real Brush watercolors. And now I'm just adding more detail with color pencil. So this is where, you get the nice depth. Because I want this dress to look like velvet. And the curtains too, actually. Or the drape around her throne. So I want it to look kind of mottled to make the velvet like it's hitting the light. So can y'all see how that's kind of mottled looking like that? If you keep it like that, it'll kind of start to look like. Now I'm going to add some more colors, another lighter purple to it too. But that way it'll look, because the way velvet, the light hits velvet, it's not like a shine to it. It's more like you see textures, right? See how that's kind of textury like? And she's got that belt right there too. Or a little tie around her waist. Or her hips. Hey, old lady. Anybody else popping in? We're just coloring in the Epic Journey color book. So can y'all see the difference here from here? Hopefully a little bit. And if you're watching this recording on YouTube, thanks for watching there. This is a live show on Ustream. No editing, no fast forward. Just, it is what it is as a live show. And so if you get to a part where you just say, hurry up, then just fast forward. Fast forward. Yeah, well, we started out with a base. This was a base of the Clean Color Zig Kuretake Real Brush watercolor markers and a water brush. Where's my water brush? And a water brush to blend. And that was last week. Of course, it's perfectly dry. You have to make sure it's 100% dry before you start going in here with Prismacolor or whatever color pencils you're using. I use Prismacolor. And adding more layers to it. Okay, so I'm just kind of going in here and adding more shadows. Then I'll blend this in with the lighter, like the uh, lavender color. But I want to keep it velvety looking. So I don't want it too smooth. I mean, I want it smooth, but I want it to look like texture at the same time. So you can see I'm kind of roughing it in like that because I want to keep it textury. I'm just going with each fold one by one. Yeah, there's quite a few of y'all that did the Nano Jomo, or however you say it. Links are open if y'all want to post your links to where your work is. Okay, let's see, do I have enough here? Thanks, Pixie Cora. All right, now let me get my lavender. And yeah, start back up here. Let's see, hang on, guys, got a little flashed out there. All right, as I want to keep it looking like velvet. So I don't want any like white really areas because there wouldn't be like white bright highlights on velvet. I mean, maybe if it was a light blue velvet or something, it might, but I want to keep it model-y looking. Can you see that? Just wanting to flash out a little. I'll probably go in here with even a dark, dark blue, like maybe indigo and some of the very, very darkest and blend some of that in. Don't want to get too many light areas. I want to keep it light but not white. All right, let's stop on the lavender for just a minute. It's really flashed out. Let me get where's my card here? My sherry card, the bright pink. There it goes. See how it pulls the light? It goes away. There it goes. Sort of staying. All right, let me get my indigo blue. Oh, here we go. My indigo blue, I put blue tape on so I can tell that's what it is. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's a little, I'm trying to get it so it doesn't flash out, but I think the lights moved over my house to the other side, and so it's kind of wanting to flash out just a little. But we'll work with it. We'll work with it. So now I'm going to go in here with the indigo blue in the very, very darkest areas. But I want to kind of stop as I go. Like I'll just get a little bit on here because I don't want to forget exactly where I put it. Because I want to blend it nicely. So I'm just adding a little bit of indigo on top of the purple because I want it to look more mottled, even more modelly, more textury. So I'm going to go in here with that. Can y'all see? I hope. I'll stop at the sleeves here. And now go back in with a little bit of lavender and blend that. And I might need to go with the purple first, the violet. So it's just kind of a little dance between the three colors here. Make it textured and then blend it soft out. Okay, now the lavender. And then I guess we'll stop after I do the dress here, and we'll pick it back up on the next color book segment. All right, so let's see if you can tell the difference on the sleeve and our top here compared to the rest of the dress. Pull it back out. Can you see? Needs just a little bit more blend. Needs a little bit more. But hopefully you can see how it looks kind of textury. See? You just got to go back and forth and just blend little sections at a time. And then this needs a nicer dark right here. It's a little bit lighter on her top. Can y'all see a little bit of difference between that with the blue and where the blue is not yet? All right, so I'm going to keep working on the dress for a little bit more. Thanks, guys. Let's try to get this done. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. My throat is really dry, and I want to go get something to drink. So let me go get some coffee, and I'll just leave it with y'all for just a second. Hopefully it won't face plant on you. All right, let me just grab a coffee for a second. Too bad the blur looks blur. Is it blurry? I missed something. Sorry, guys. Is it blurry? All right, hang on. Let me go grab some coffee. Okay. So work on this for a couple more minutes. At least want to finish her dress. I don't know. I missed something on the blur, but okay. I'm still working with the indigo blue here. Hey, Blondie. Anybody else popping in? Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to go back to the violet. Work my way down with that. And again, remember, I want to keep it kind of textury. All right, let's see. Let's get the color here. It keeps wanting to flash out. So it's going to kind of blend in the blue. All right, let me kind of fix the camera here. I think I need to readjust the focus. No, that's pretty good. Now remember, I'm holding this camera in my other hand. so that we can be nice and close up. I mean, he's on a tripod, but I have to still steady him so I don't knock it over. So I call him Trippy. Trippy the tripod. Get that last layer of lavender on here. I think will be good for today. And I'll continue it the next time we color. So many color books, so little time. Denise enjoyed coloring that page. She did take the book home to work in it. Yeah, I enjoyed that. All right, so see, it just took a while though, and we didn't get very far. We didn't get that far, did we, guys? We really didn't. Comparatively, for the. I want it a little blended, but not overly blended, because I want it to look like velvet. And if I over blend it, it's going to look like silk, and I don't want it to look like silk. I want it to look like velvet. Okay, let's back up and see what it looks like here. All right, let's see if I can get my lighting to. So we didn't do the green velvet drapes yet. That's just the, first layer there. But I'm pretty happy with their dress. I mean, I see a couple areas that could use a little bit more work. But we started shading here. We got her hair done. Although I still would like to add maybe a couple. Let me get my Posca here. I would still like to add a few like little wispy hairs of my own. Now that her dress is done, can do this on top. And let's do a little bit more of our little lace collar there. Maybe a few even here. Well, I shouldn't do these until the curtain's done, but could even put a few going wispy across like this. Because I'm the boss of my color book. I can add as much hair as I want. Right? See, cross over like that. It makes them look more real. See? Okay, well, we didn't finish, but we made a headway. So we'll work on it again next time. I think what I want to do when I get done with all the background here, like the wood, when I finish this, when I finish everything else, I'm going to get paint and make the smoke with paint. I mean, I'm going to add like fog, or mist, like, smoke. I'm going to add more smoke to the smoke when I get all the background done. But you can't really do that until you're finished with it. So I think we'll do that next time. Well, we'll finish more, but I want to do the curtains, finish up the animals, of course, this wood, and I want to do, I'm not sure, I really like the white mortar, but if I leave the white mortar, what I'll do is I'll go in here with the white pen and kind of get rid of some of those black lines and make it more, see how that looks a little less lines? Although I would probably put some more shadows in each one of these. Like, let me just do one here. So just get rid of the lines, the black color book lines. But at the same time, then I'll go in there with, let me find a gray green here. Let me sharpen. Well, let me just see if I got another here. And I would go in here and just shadow a little more. And then I gotta get a green in there. I gotta get an olive in there. This is some little branches hanging down right there. See, something like this. Now, where's an olive green? Um, Where's an olive? I gotta sharpen it. Oh, caught him just in time. He almost face planted. Thanks, Bunny, and anybody else here. All right, so now then I'll take some green and keep, because I want this to kind of look almost like moss. And so just kind of work all that in there. I don't know. I haven't really decided on this part yet. But kind of something along those lines. Something along these lines. Because I really like the white. Although I could go in there with just a touch of gray. So it's not perfectly white, maybe. Something like that. Just a little bit of shadow. Or a little bit of shade on the white. But I want to kind of keep that. I want that mortar to show. To stand out. So something like that. We'll see. Hey, Shell. So anyway, guys, I think I'll stop on the color book segment for the day. We got her done, and she might need just a touch of more pink in her lips. Let's give her just a touch more color. Where's my pen? Let's give her some eyes. I mean, some lashes. So I'm going to go in here now with my little technical pencil here, if I can barely see it, and just kind of give her a little bit more lash. Darken just a touch. Maybe a little bit more. Something like that. Very tiny. Very, very tiny. But we did add more to her hair. We did her dress. And we're working on the wood behind her here. So next time we'll do the velvet here and then, keep working on the background. But really, we don't have that much more to go. But it's probably another couple hours because we got to do the little squirrel down here. So probably another couple hours. So we'll do it next time. And again, you can see some of the stickles on the dragon scales in there. So, and then this will be velvet, 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 all in there. So, okay. So anyway, guys, I hope you'll enjoyed this segment. I'm going to go ahead and save the recording. Then I have a little lettering project to do with you guys. And we'll see how long that takes. And then I have to draw an emu in ink. I thought I'd let y'all watch me do that if we have time. Yeah, it's starting to work. So again, if you're just watching or just joining us, we're coloring in the Epic Journeys coloring book by 4 different fantasy artists. There's 4 different stories and 4 different artists in here. And I've already done a flip through, so you can see that on the previous episode. So, okay, guys, so hang on and I'll be right back. And thanks for joining us on the color book segment. And I'll be right back.